Well, the opposition leader Tony Abbott has launched a preemptive strike against the government by pledging to defeat a recommendation to liberalise online gambling. Today he joined with anti-gambling crusader Nick Xenophon to oppose the spread of online betting and, he says, halt the damage caused by problem gaming. But the government's accusing Mr Abbott of hypocrisy because of his continued opposition to its poker machine reforms. Political correspondent Tom Eagleton reports from Canberra.
A report into online gambling's prompted Tony Abbott to throw in his chips with Nick Xenophon.
Nick and I don't see eye to eye on every aspect of the gambling issue, but we are very much united in opposing this latest recommendation from the government.
There has been a complete change of the government's position. It is very disturbing.
The report says Australians are already gambling up to $1 billion on overseas websites, punting online on live sports, casino games and poker tournaments that are illegal in Australia. Better suggests a government-ordered review of the Online Gaming Act to legalise and regulate homegrown alternatives. The government's yet to say whether it agrees with the recommendation, but Mr Xenophon says Julia Gillard's playing with loaded dice.
Is the federal government looking at online gambling as their next big revenue source? The Commonwealth has been the last best hope for gambling reform because it doesn't have the reliance on gambling revenue that the states do.
Mr Abbott says easier availability to games online would lead to an explosion in problem gambling.
If it goes ahead, every computer is a casino, every smartphone is a poker game, and that's just not on as far as the coalition is concerned. It is a dark cave into which people can so easily retreat, and there they are beyond help.
But when asked how that gelled with his opposition to the government's poker machine reforms, he called an abrupt halt to the press conference.
Well, running and hiding is not good enough from this leader of the opposition. If he is going to have a pretence of caring about problem gambling, then he should pledge today, he should pledge now, his support for poker machine reform.
A real-life policy debate will come as a pleasant surprise to many who've been watching Parliament this past fortnight, dominated as it has been by personal attacks, muckraking and even an undignified sprint for the doors. Today found the Climate Change Minister in a lyrical mood, bursting into song with his rendition of the 1962 classic I've Been Everywhere Man, used to describe Tony Abbott's campaign against the carbon tax.
You know, you got Cabramatta, Parramatta, yeah. Wangaratta, Coolangatta, but the punchline's everywhere is doomed man. That's what he is.
He mocked the plight of the workers of this country, threatened by a carbon tax, by coming into this Parliament and singing a song.
Parliament now takes a break for another fortnight before resuming for the winter session.
The question is that the House do now adjourn. All of those of that opinion say aye.
Tom Eagleton, Late Line.